Hi there, I am Tyler Levs. Thank you so much for stopping in, and this is the Tyler Levs Music Channel. And here we'll explain a little bit of the process and then kind of go into how everything has been going lately. If you're a new viewer, this is great for you because it'll explain kind of how this whole process works. If you're a returning viewer, you can feel free to either watch this part or cut halfway through the video and you'll see some of the updates with how we've been. So, this is a loop station camera. I'm going to wave in front of that camera right now. And this is the Martin Alex 1E guitar. These signatures are all friends, by the way, or family. It's nobody famous. And then we have a keyboard over here underneath the loop station camera. And what I do with this is, record stuff before I start a video. So, for example, this track, this is just an instrumental track. I recorded all this stuff right before I started this video. And it's just activating and deactivating just little tracks within the loop station. So all of these can run simultaneously. I can run one at a time. There's up to 3 of them. And what I use it for is to kind of fill out a full sounding track. But it sounds exactly like a live track because I recorded all the parts live directly into this little box. There's no crazy effects aside from stuff I can do on the keyboard and some delays and stuff like that on the loop station tracks. So between covers and originals, the whole process is record stuff for the loop station if I'm doing that. Otherwise, it's just playing guitar or playing keyboard and singing. And we click record, we start the video, sing the song, and at the end of the video, do a little bit of a snippet of a thank you and a reminder to like, subscribe, and comment on the video, and then we end the video. And part of that reasoning is because I don't really have a good program for editing. I don't really want to spend too much time editing a video because the idea really here is to provide a track for you guys, have a song for you guys that you may or may not want to listen to. You may want to listen to it once, you may want to listen to it multiple times. It's more of just like a place to have these songs available if you don't want to try and scour through all of the Twitch sphere to try and find the recordings of the covers or originals that I've done. But the other part of it is I really do enjoy the live, authentic experience. So this is what I can do live. Like when I show up to a venue or I show up to play an open mic, if I bring the loop station with me, this is what I can do. The singing, the instrumental tracks, the either guitar or keyboard, whatever it is that I'm doing. So I kind of enjoyed that process. And the mistakes that I make, and you can tell I don't edit these videos because I'll pretty frequently mess up, stumble through talking. And a part of that is just to, for me to practice. But at the same time, it's a very authentic experience. So I kind of enjoy that. And I hope you guys enjoy it too. And I hope that's the reason you're here watching these videos. So between the covers and originals, the comments that we have for songs to do in the future, that's kind of where all this comes from. So that's my process. And I hope you guys do have some type of enjoyment out of it. So for people who have returned, or for you as well, if you don't know too much about me, here's kind of an explanation to how things have been within the past. It's almost a year now, guys. We're pretty close. So in February of this past year, so 2019, I started doing music full-time. And what that really consisted of is streaming on Twitch, playing open mics, finding live venues, working on an EP. There's a bunch of stuff that we've done. So that's been a bit of an experience, and I thank you so much to everybody who's been supportive of me, both just emotionally as well as financially. It really does mean a lot, guys. I really do appreciate you. And it definitely has had its little road bumps, but it's all been for the better. So I really do appreciate that, guys. In that amount of time, we started working on an album with Quinn's uncle and have released an EP. So we have 3 songs available. That is Life Sure Does, At the End of the Night, and Hit Me Like a Dream. And those songs are available pretty much everywhere. I'll post a lot of the links in the description so you don't have to try and get it from me talking. But I really hope you guys enjoy those songs. It has been an absolute blast doing all that. Hopefully we'll be able to work on some more stuff in the future. We'll have to see how that goes. And as just kind of continuing onwards, we've done a couple other things as well. One of those things was an open mic for The Voice in New York. That was not really like a contest thing. There was nothing in terms of an audition. It was just pretty much a fun experience. I played a song that I've been playing for a little while now that people may recognize. Through the Valley is the name of that one. And it was a great experience to play to a large room in a very cool venue that I'd never been to before. in front of a lot of musicians. So it was a lot of fun. It was definitely a memorable experience for myself. On top of that, in August, so I believe it was August 16th, it was a Friday, for 15 days I traveled from, New Hampshire was where I was living. Traveled from New Hampshire, started in New Jersey, went all the way down through Atlanta, Georgia, hopped over to Nashville, Tennessee, and then went back up north to visit my brother, actually, who was living in Indiana at the time, and then hopped over through Ohio and went back home. It was all open mics. So every night I tried to play an open mic somewhere, didn't tell people I was showing up, just went, played my songs, met a couple of people here and there. I had a little conversation with them, talked to them, and just kind of continued on my way. Slept in my car. Thank you to Walmart, by the way, for having that open parking lot policy, because without them, it would have been a lot harder to find places to sleep. So slept in my car in Walmarts pretty much all over the east coast of the country. So it was definitely an experience. I was very, away from technology, which is a weird place for me. I've been, within the gaming sphere, within just the music, within social media, all the stuff. Obviously, it had been a huge part of my life up until that point. So to be away from all of that for such a long period of time was kind of weird, but it was definitely a positive experience, kind of like an epiphany moment of just understanding, I guess, a little bit more about myself and a little bit more about life in general. So real quick, places I actually went. I went through New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, D.C., Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, Nashville, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. So those are all places I went within the 15 days. And Nashville, I actually spent 3 days. So all those other places pretty much just stayed a day. It was a lot of driving, but I can say it was definitely a great experience. So if you guys want to hear more about that, you can feel free to ask me on Twitch. And I guess finally, the final two big things that we've had. I started working with a producer in Massachusetts on some more music, so there'll be some stuff on Spotify in the near future. There's a little podcast that I did, so I'll make sure we link that. And that hopefully will go fairly well. We'll hopefully have something a little bit more polished by the end of it. 10 songs is the plan, and 1 music video. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of nervous about the music video, but that's a different topic of conversation, right? And finally, you guys may recognize that this room looks a little bit different than it used to. That's not because it's the same room, it's because Quinn and I moved, so we are in a slightly different area now. A lot of future possibility here. Hopefully we'll be able to play out live a little bit more, and we'll see where things go. I'm really hopeful for the future of not just music, but hopefully for Twitch and all our social medias and just life in general, guys. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the ride so far, and hopefully there'll be a lot more to come in the very near future. I think that pretty much wraps up what we have. So don't forget, guys, if you want to like, subscribe, and comment on this video with the artist and title of the song that you'd like to hear, we'll hopefully have it for you in the very near future. We're trying to do at least 2 videos every time we upload. We'll see what happens. That can be covers or originals. So thank you again for staying tuned, everybody. Lots of love. Stay safe out there, and hopefully we'll catch you again very soon. So I think that was all I had. So thank you again, guys, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Okay, see ya.